What's up, y'all? It's Hippoppington with Kim
and Kim
and the crew.
Exactly.
And we are so happy that you guys are watching.
We are happy.
I am.
I'm happy too.
Because we have a lot to tell you.
Is happy the word?
I'm inspired.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired that you guys decided to tune in just to check us out.
Yes, you could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me.
It's hip hop. Eat some of this hip hop soul food we're about to serve y'all on a daily basis.
Yes.
On Live Hip Hop Daily?
Yes.
Absolutely.
LiveHipHopDaily.tv. So many things have gone on this week that have brought me so much joy and so much hope for the future. Right. So, first off,
my birthday's in March. So, like, when I look at the month of March, like, there's nothing else going on. And it used to be, like, just nothing else going on but, like, St. Patrick's Day in March, you know what I mean? So, not to say anything, but it's like, you know, Big's passing was March 9th. My grandmother passed on March 10th, you know what I mean? So, it's like, I not only celebrate my birthday, then I go into, like, their birthdays, you know what I mean? So, it's like, I finally got some things going on in March besides just, like, me, you know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, everybody got something. Valentine's Day is somebody's month, you know. Christmas is somebody's month.
Mine is Thanksgiving because my birthday is.
That's what I mean. Y'all get to celebrate on holidays, and I feel like, you know, I get to celebrate on a holiday because my grandmother and Big's B-Day, so that's like the holidays for me.
So this is year, I think it was 21 since Biggie passed away. And so a lot of people had celebration of life for Biggie. I just want to make sure everybody make sure that you go to his daughter's store and support her and her legacy and anything that the son does, CJ. Yeah. And his career, we have to support them. That will be a part of us honoring Biggie and his legacy. Absolutely. Make sure you support them directly. Absolutely. And make sure that they're straight.
Tiana Wallace and Christopher Wallace Jr.
Yes. And they're great kids. Like really, really good kids. So
shout out to Jan and Faith for raising two beautiful children and definitely, you know, their father.
Yes. I'm sure he's very, very proud.
Yeah.
So
it was parties all over. We went
to a party. And it was off the chain.
Yeah, it was Mr. C. So it was
Mr.
like, you know,
C
classic.
was spinning. So, of course, he brought the heat, as always. And the funny, because he's very funny. Great DJ. So we danced to Biggie last night, and I'm kind of tired.
I saw in Chicago, you know, one of my homegirls, she posted, I think she was with Leon Rogers, who's like, you know, pretty much, you know, history for Chicago radio. He did a tribute. There was so many tributes all over the world. It's just so good to see that, you know what I mean? I wish more artists, you know, people would just, you know, also support other artists who's passed on and do things in such a big way, the way they do it for Big.
Yeah,
like, crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Little C's because he goes all these places and continues on with Biggie's legacy. I wish in my heart of hearts that him and Lil' Kim could get back friends so they could do this together. You know what I mean?
That would be amazing.
I'm waiting for that day. So what's the first thing that you saw this week that you want to talk about?
I saw LL Cool J's tweet. I'm just saying, with so much going on, but I'm just saying, at first was like LL Cool J's tweet. Because we sit here on this platform, and this platform we designed to say, listen, hip-hop, where are you? You know what I mean? We got a place for you. There's a house for you. You know, we're the women we lead. We want to be able to show you that we want to support you. You know what I mean? What do you have that we can get involved in? Like, if you got shows coming up. We didn't see it. We saw there was a void. So to watch so many other artists now feel like we just had the same brainchild at the same time and gave birth to it. So LL Cool J, you know, tweeting about,
So we were talking about that earlier because I was saying that the younger people think that we're just these grumpy people and we're aggravated, but it's not that. It's just that you guys are hogging up the media space, right? They're black. Like, I think that when we were saying we needed a place, we didn't see all these things. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't have this.
No.
So now that, you know, they're becoming more active, LL Cool J's tweet, I'm going to read that to you because it gave me so much life. So he said, classic OG hip-hop fans have a reason to feel motivated. Rock the Bells radio icon is coming soon to Sirius XM. We ain't playing. This is how we play. Then he followed up with it and said, nobody's been motivated to tune in because radio stations don't play what the OGs want to hear. It's all love, but enough of that bullshit. We deserve to hear our OG shit too.
Do that not sound like, I could be reading it wrong, but do that sound like anger? Do that sound like it's a little bit of anger behind it?
No. Let me just finish with this last tweet, and then we could all weigh in, because this was my favorite.
Go ahead.
Please be clear. Period.
Everything's in bold writing.
I'm doing this for this for the OGs. Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! 3 of them. The classic hip hop fans only! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point.
I repeat.
5 of them. I repeat. Classic hip hop in caps. hip
Hop, and you don't
fans
stop.
only. 3 more exclamation points.
Let's dissect that tweet.
If you love the classics, it's for you. If not,
move on. Period.
Move on.
Move on.
Okay.
3 explanation points. Rock the Bells Radio coming soon to Sirius XM.
Yeah, go LL. Go LL. Go LL. I need a girl with extensions in the hair. Brand new earrings, at least 2 pair.
When you use exclamation points, you yelling, right?
You prove no, he's not yelling. He's just personifying the point. Yeah. No, you're just saying something boldly. That's all. It's just bold.
And he said, "Let's be clear."
Yeah. Well, when the younger generation is mumble talking and they talking, big talk, you know what I mean? Just because they say it low, just because they have it in a low and monotone, don't mean it's not coming from the same angry place.
Why can't he just go out and make this platform?
He's doing it. He's just letting us know.
Announcing like, oh, we got to do this
because he's passionate about it.
But it's coming off as it's a competition. Now we got something for us.
Is somebody coming in?
There is no competition. And you know what? I love when people tweet stuff because you can always go back to reference it for receipts. There's no shade. The only thing that he says is it is for classic hip-hop fans only. Period. And
I don't see what you see there's like argument about it.
Wait a minute. What does it say for them, Kim? If you don't like it, move
on. Okay, but listen. Okay, it's for classic hip-hop fans only, right?
Yes.
Why would you make it only for classic hip hop fans?
Because why? Look, we don't have a space.
Right there.
I don't want to continue to argue with your generation over my generation stuff. LL Cool J is the GOAT. He is encouraged. Look how you dissecting that just because he has some little explanation points behind it.
No, this is going back to what we were saying earlier. This is just the argument of the media spaces.
Younger platforms are saying, oh, we don't want the older people to listen. This is only for the young generation to listen to. They're not making podcasts saying, oh, this is only for the younger generation.
They're not on the podcast yet. They're talking major junk over radio, though.
No.
They're talking major junk over syndicated radio. The young.
But listen.
The people that's running radio, it's the older people that's in the radio hosts.
Okay.
These are older people.
No,
but your music is running the genre, so we have to come and take y'all
but when
in.
It's the older people. You know what the subject matter is, though, of it? It's of the shit that is out now. Like, I get that older people have older people in these media spaces. Absolutely. But the content is not related to their music. Like, Charlamagne references all the time. He'll say, because he falls back like, okay, uncle, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he knows. But he's got to do what's popular because he's on a nationally syndicated thing.
When LL Cool J show up, oh my God, as soon as we started telling y'all this was hip-hop, y'all started saying stuff like, well, the artist, we don't want to be hip-hop. Nobody said we want to be hip-hop. Like, how you're here because of hip-hop. You're an evolution of hip-hop. Right. Because you're misinformed and miseducated, you speak ill and miseducated. So then you teach my child to be speaking miseducated and say stuff like, Mom, you're old school. It's disrespectful. You guys have put these labels upon us, and now
really,
we think it's cool and it's not. And I can't wait till y'all turn old school.
Because guess what? T.I. is on there already. T.I. is on the classic hip hop station already. It should not have to be that because no other genre does that.
But it's like, I think it's just because we at a point to where the old and the new is competing with each other.
For space, not about content.
I want to stay on the positive.
We don't have enough space.
Can we get back to positivity? I want to move on because I got to get back to positivity. Next up is the Kennedy Center, the Hip Hop Culture Council. That's very positive, okay? Because you be taking me somewhere that I don't want to go.
I get it. This okay, baby.
We got some crew members that just joined us in the house.
Yes, we have crew members. Feel free to step
to the mic when you're in the house.
And
I want to introduce you, Chia, for being in the house. First of all, come to the mic.
All right, so the Kennedy Center Hip Hop Culture Council.
And chime in when you feel like you want to. That's the mic. Okay. This is Kim in the crew in the crew chat. What's up, beautiful? Hey. That's Chia. Chia was once in a rap group with Rod Digger. This was Rod Digger's first original partner right here. She don't want to spare. I don't know why.
Shout out to Jersey.
Yeah.
Brick City.
Yeah. And so much more. She has a company called Art Live. Pretty much got everybody. And the whole walks of art is underneath her label, underneath her moniker. Yes. And it's just simply dope and proud to be a part of that as well. But we just talking about all the things in hip-hop. This is Hippoppington. This is the house that hip-hop built with Kim and the crew. So you're in the crew today.
Fame.
But we moving on to the Kennedy Center. We talking about the Hip Hop Cultural Council.
Yes. So here are some of the members of the Kennedy Center Hip Hop Culture Council, and the Kennedy Center
one day.
is obviously starting to recognize hip hop and its contribution and respect it, because they also were the ones that hosted the Nas Live when he did Illmatic Live.
That was dope.
That was dope. So you know, it makes sense to have these people on there, and then I'll make my suggestion of who I think should be added. But there are 50 million people on here. So
I didn't know how many people was on there.
Here we go. The Kennedy Center Hip Hop, and this is from their website. The Kennedy Center Hip Hop Culture Council is a dynamic community of high-profile visionaries who graciously lend their names, talent, expertise, and resources to a wide range of initiatives. Council members bring greater visibility to our program by forging a new pathway that deepen public knowledge and appreciation of the hip-hop culture.
Is KRS-One on this board?
All to help establish a home for creative projects that are strategically aligned with our institutional mission and vision. It's basically what they're saying is they're going to remix some hip-hop that's going to sound like classical music like they did with Nas, and these are the people that are going to be involved.
Okay, that
so
sounds good.
Questlove, Bobbito from Stretch and Bobbito,
Okay.
Common, Fab Five Freddy, Grandmaster Caz, Grant Hill, J. Period, Jason King, Kiara Mayo, Large Professor, LL Cool J, MC Light, Pharoah Monch, Black Thought, Xavier Jernigan, Ninth Wonder, Robert Glasper, and Mimi Valdez. I think that, considering
so far,
the fact
it sounds
that
a pretty good lineup. That's on there. I mean,
I'm all for all this.
Okay.
I'm here for all this.
Okay.
I think that Daddy-O should have been on it. That's the Sonic first
Okay.
hip hop band.
Right.
You know, just with that fusion.
Yeah.
I thought, did I say Chuck D? I thought he was on it, but maybe not, because he's also one of those hip hop people that have taken it and moved into like the rock genre.
Yeah.
With Prophets of Rage.
Yeah.
He and the members of Here Is Something I Just Can't Understand, How I Could Just Kill a Man. What's the name of that group again?
Cypress Hill?
Yes, Cypress Hill. So they have
They didn't
that.
think about Run
hip-
DMC,
that
like
rock-
Walk This
Run
Way?
DMC,
Like-
Run DMC also, they bridged that gap.
Yeah.
But here it is. And Q-Tip is the artistic director of hip hop culture, and I totally agree with all of this. I'm here for all of this. They got everybody. They have a female. They have the, you know, the jazzy
just hope it
hip
don't
hop.
turn into one of
They
them
have the
keep
founder
out
with
boys
Grandmaster
clubs.
Caz. They have 5-5 Freddy. with
Everybody on here sounds good, but you know, one time when
Stretch
you
and
get
Bobbito,
into like a little
Bobbito
type
Garcia.
of, you know, coalition, next thing you know, they start putting up rules and holding and putting walls up, and then you know, I just wanted to stay authentic. That's all I hope that y'all do is continue to make this thing authentic.
Continue to keep it
Because
authentic.
I'm gonna boycott your ass if you don't.
And we will talk mad
Boycott.
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
But no, we can't. It'll be great. And I think that
I'm
if they need to
hoping
add
for
or
it to be great
subtract,
because this is our culture, but somehow our culture always, we start something and things get ruined and it get diluted and we're back in the fight again. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
So that's just an element to say, okay, we're gonna turn these music, you know, into, you know, what they did with Nas and put a band behind. That's cool, you know what I mean? I like all that, but there's still so much more to do.
right.
And I think the grassroots of it is to put genres in the culture, and the grassroots of it is to put a governor that's gonna say this is hip hop, this is not hip hop,
Well,
this is that.
this is
We
for
gotta
the-
start there.
Right. Well, we have this for the Kennedy Center, so hopefully more people start to take advantage of
I think that's the Chuck D and
Chuck D and
KRS-One's
KRS-One
candle
and
to hold.
Professor Daddy-O.
Yeah.
I saw them on Instagram or Twitter. No, I think it was Instagram. I saw a picture of Daddy-O and Chuck D actually sitting down at a table having a conversation, and I was like, oh my God, what are they talking about?
Oh, I did see that.
So I really, 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 really look forward to what they're working on, what they're doing. Chuck D also had a tweet before we move on to the next thing. I need to find it because it was like, OMG.
He always got something real cool to say, even if it's a few words or a whole bunch of words. It's
Chuck
like,
D had this tweet that moved my soul.
I just love Chuck D.
And
Long Island stand up. Now I don't care what y'all say. We brought out, we gave y'all Rakim, EPMD, Public Enemy. I mean, De La Soul. Like, what you talking about?
just
like,
for the record,
stand up
so that you all know, inside of the hip hop, inside of the subgenre of like classic hip hop, there's also the like beef, because not really beef, but competition, because each neighborhood initially what it started off as each neighborhood was competing against the other neighborhood on who had the best. So that's the, you know, you might, don't ever ask this question to anybody from Brooklyn ever, but that's just an extension of that because I think Jersey has some pretty dope MCs.
I didn't say y'all didn't. I'm just saying that when they want to talk about, you know, Long Island, you want to talk about people who changed the game in this culture. You know what I mean? And really, when you talk about the God MC, that's Rakim. When you talk about the most sample group in hip hop history, that's EPMD. You know what I mean? I'm talking about those type of things, and I put nothing against nobody because Lauryn Hill for me is the GOAT. You know what I mean? For me, she the GOAT.
Yeah.
Say what you want.
She is. I did an interview and they were asking me who mine was, and I was like, maybe I'm biased because, you know, I grew up around her. We went to the same school. We walked to school together. But to me, she's the greatest just because of what the content of her lyrics were, how she flipped it.
If little girls today was like, girl, you know you better.
No, that's too.
Watch out. It's like, but still, where's that creativity at? Because that was just rhyming and creativity. Like, I don't know where they at. Point them out.
And that's what we mean about there needs to be
Rhapsody dope.
Yeah. Jean Grey.
I ain't get to her. The Tink chick.
I seen Tink, yeah.
She young.
Yeah. I remember her.
There's a lot of female rappers. They just, like you say, they not talking about what the popular.
Yeah, you can't, right. So this is what Chuck D tweeted. I dig Diddy and Jay and distrust the tabloid hype, but I hope this Forbes list back and forth banter ain't true. The bragging should be how many people you employ instead of doing the Victorian elite thing of comparing riches.
That's a pause.
Yeah.
All right.
What's wrong?
Pause.
I just want you to think about what I just said.
Let me add, because I did see you put that post up. So she said all Jay-Z do is brag.
That's not what he said.
I'm not even finished.
That's not what he said. Don't misinterpret. That's not what he said. You want us to reread? Because I can reread.
It's the only thing you can take with you. Great deeds.
Yes.
Okay. Come for me because I put my spin on it.
That's not what he said. He said the Forbes list banter. So we're just talking about one topic of discussion which says you two are on Forbes list and now you're counting monies and pennies and who got it first and who did this and where they got it from. Like, that's not what we need to be showing. You know what I mean? That's all he's saying is that, yes, you've made it, and then say I've made it, and that's wonderful. Same thing you're saying about LL Cool J. Why can't he walk in silently? You know what I mean? You can't want one person to scream and the other person to be quiet. You want us all to be quiet? Keep us quiet.
So Jay-Z and Diddy put this Forbes list out.
No, but they within themselves, they made it a friendly competition, and that's what he's saying. I hope that it's not even true that this is even happening.
What's wrong with
no one said that anything was wrong with it. He's just saying that because of their influence.
Yes,
because of their influence. It's not between nothing but that. It's not about anything but that. And we're talking about a man that put his whole career and he specifically went out there to, you know, encourage black people to dig deeper into what's going on within the government and society. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so and that's what I'm saying about when you're actually gifted.
Yeah.
When God puts something in your heart to do for more people.
Yes.
That's what it's about. Like, that's what it was about. Like, when you first came out, you were gifted lyrically. Like, you'd be like, how does that person know how to, first of all, speak that quick or whatever? It was like you had a gift or whatever. Yeah. So then that became a style, and then that became like people to, he must have really.
And then it became a competition, and then it became hardcore hip hop.
And then it became like this thing that people, you know what I mean? So it's more than that. So he's saying that what I said is because don't come for me, Jehovah's Witnesses. I know how y'all do, because every time I say something about Jay-Z, and it's all constructive criticism, because like we feel so close, you know, like we watch these people come from wherever, you know what I mean? So we just, it's like your big brother, like you peep it, like, oh, you know what I mean? He does great things for Black Lives Matter. He steps up. He has recently stepped up more, and I applaud him for that. But when it comes to what he does for entertainment, you can't sit here and say that every time that dude makes whatever, he makes a song about it.
Right.
That bill was everybody was tweeting that bill, and the next song, I had a $91,000 bill, but it wasn't mine and me and B, and we dropped the top off. He did. We get it.
We're not saying that though. There's not enough of us. Even when you're watching television and you're like, you got a platform. This is how you want to utilize this platform.
And I get it that at
he's in the same. He has to be held the same accountability.
He made an album. He had his Come to Jesus album, and I have gained so much more respect for him because of that. But then
I don't, because as far as I'm concerned, there has been many more albums that have come out that have spread that same message, and because he came out with that bit of dialect, and because he is who he is, everybody was like, oh my God, you heard what he said. Yeah, but I also heard what such and such said too. You know what I mean? I also heard what they said too. They just wasn't on the same platform and level.
Catalog, he's giving
great advice.
He's giving that advice. It might come across as drugs.
But we're not saying that he don't. We're just saying that he's not the only one.
Do you know that there are people in this world that don't know how to separate the fact that he's saying that this is a philosophy of a street thing between it's a philosophy between like you can use this and apply this to something else in your life too. And more people now are starting to see that. But like in the beginning, you know, because when you hear people that don't speak our language, and that's what a lot of, I heard somebody express it that way as far as like other cultures that don't understand hip-hop. Hip-hop is an entirely different language, and that's the only reason why they don't get it. You know what I mean? So when you talk about that, the people that don't get it, that's why when he can't ever run for like a good government situation, because they're always going to say, oh, but you used to sell drugs. You know what I mean? Like, they don't get that. He helped so many people. Like, they don't speak our language. So anyway, enough about him. He said what he said. I said what I said. And what I said
shout out to Chuck D, that's all. And it's always going to be shout out to Chuck G.
Like,
it's always gonna be that.
Courtesy to Chuck D or whatever, because like he's.
And we gotta stop taking things so little with our own people. We're always critiquing, like finding some little thing to go on and go. Wait a second, why he said that? Wait a second, why he said that? It's like this is what we're saying. These are our platforms. Let us have our own voice. Why are we just keep bashing and knocking ourselves and our people down? We open our mouths and say some things. He should be able to say about his brothers. Hey brothers. I'm hoping y'all not doing what y'all doing, because y'all know the message that y'all send when y'all do that. We don't need to do that right now. We got so much more important things to say. That's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean? But instead, we like, well, mind your business. Why we got to do that?
I just don't think that they sending a bad message. If anything, I think they sending a good message because it's friendly competition and they working together.
But that's why we have this conversation, because it's two opinions. It's what you feel, it's what the other person feels, and who takes from what they take from it.
And I feel like especially with the older hip hop or the OG hip hop, we're gonna say, or the classic hip hop.
Please, yes.
I think people like Jay-Z and even the Diddy's, they really I guess the most popular of that.
They're the most influential, and that does have a part to do with popularity.
Like for example, people they got the OG classical people, they got bad things to say. Oh, Diddy's an ambulance chaser. Jay-Z's doing this. Jay-Z doesn't do that.
But no,
those are the most popular people. I feel like y'all should be behind those people.
No.
And I understand y'all hold them to a higher level.
I think that in his own way, in thought, and maybe or maybe not in deed, like he'll say something like, you'll see Puffy be like, yo, this music, it gotta change. Like every once in a while, you've seen him.
I see him.
He's on Instagram.
I just don't think that popularity makes you, makes you special. You know what I mean? I think that we've seen popularity through this gram, and they've got all these million followers. Popularity don't mean it's a good thing. Just because they're the popular chosen one doesn't mean the one who's non-popular not as popular, we shouldn't follow. No, I don't want to follow Puffy or Jay-Z. Yes, I respect what they do. I see how I'm a branding person, so the fact that he was on the Forbes list for merchandising, for me, is like, oh, that's where I'm headed.
But that's what makes you influential and popular.
But that doesn't mean that Chuck D, who has less than
the most popular person, because you might have a great idea, but it might have to take Diddy to get it out because he has a bigger.
I understand that.
And that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I feel like the OGs should be rallying behind those type of guys to get their message out. Because the OGs, I mean, like Chuck.
You think that they've?
But you got to look at it the same way as we look at an OG. Like they talk about these, what's their names? The movie people, the Tyler Perrys and the whoever else, and they saying Oprah's holding you accountable. Like you got this platform. Why wouldn't you come and push our music through our words through that? Why wouldn't you come put our shows in that makes more about black popularity, more about the Cosby Show? Like so, it's on the same level. You know what I mean? Like no matter where we are, we're still pushing this popularity, but popularity is not getting and saying, I'm going to take you, because popularity has to accept me. Popularity is not accepting us. You know what I mean? On all levels, we're looking at it. Popularity is not accepting us to go, wait a second, we want to push some more positivity. We want to bring some balance in this culture. I need popularity to help me make this happen. And they're not. So as much as you say, let's get behind them, I can't get behind somebody who won't get behind me.
But that's what I'm saying. Jay-Z has a whole platform. Diddy
Title?
has a whole platform.
Revolt?
Like, why won't they team? Why won't the OGs team up with
we
them?
don't.
Just like Sirius. Why does Sirius XM do this? Like, why isn't there something specifically like on Revolt for this? Like, he gets in his.
He do got that with Nori. He has that with the Drink Champs. That's what the Drink Champs is.
But you're talking about something he picked up that was already popular.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that to me, that's not Peggy. To me, that's taken because that's what he does. He runs after popular. The light was already shined. He had 25 million followers before he went to Revolt. They was already 25 million
Is he
strong.
still on there? Is he
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. My brother was on an independent label. They were already gold on an independent label. When they went to Def Jam, they were gold 5 more times. What did that popularity or that big label do besides say, I made it? It's like Gucci putting on a pair of clothes, says, I made it. You know what I mean? Does it really help? We have to look at that. Does it really help? Or does it just bring more lights to Diddy? Does it really help?
Think about the demographic of Revolt. The demographic of Revolt is a younger demographic.
Okay.
Nori probably had 25 million of the older demographic.
Okay.
Now he has younger.
So now he has that 25 million plus the younger demographic, and is actually
bridging the gap.
Bridging that gap as well.
Okay.
So is he still on there though? Is he still?
Yeah, he's still on there.
Yeah, he's
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like the OG.
Because he's on Complex now too. He has.
Why not come together and reach everybody? Not saying that you have to reach everybody, but why not get on this bigger platform, especially a black-owned platform?
Well, I'm gonna hold both the young and the old accountability, because at the end of the day, it's like they've shunned so much of the old. Like, you know, you should be calling them up too. I don't think any award should be given out that an OG is not handing out when it comes to the culture. You know what I mean? And when it comes to the culture, they're not. It's these reality popularity contests, and we don't put no brakes on that. It's like when you saying you got the hip hop artist of the year and Rakim or somebody in that you know, genre, or you know, at that hierarchy is not giving it away, then what are we doing? Like, all this stuff has to change. We just can't pick and choose. You know, we have to start from the ground root, from the foundation, and the foundation is cracked.
Yeah, so that's why I'm glad when we see all this stuff go on. That
let's talk about Tribe, because they got some merchandise, and you know, I'm about the merchandise all day. And
so, okay, they had this announcement, and we said it on the last episode, and I was all excited because I'm pro Native Tongues reunion, Native Tongue
You're
album.
Always pushing that.
I just want it to happen. And I was like, oh my God, they have a new announcement. And guess what it was? They have teamed up with Pharrell Williams, Billionaire Boys Club, and they have new merchandise coming out. Wah, wah,
what are they going to do, man? Are they just going to be like, are they going to just put the clothes on, or are they going to create their own?
Here's some of the pictures, and you guys, I posted some of the stuff on Instagram at Hippoppington. And
I just see their names on stuff. Like, where does Tribe influence come in?
Their traditional logo, and then they have like the Tribe people running around it.
I see. Okay.
So I mean, okay, whatever.
That's cute. I mean, I'm all for that, because at the end of the day, you know,
I'm all for the merch.
Yeah, I'm for the merchandise regardless. So I'm glad I'm so glad that they're picking up on their merchandise and seeing, you know, that's a whole nother game.
Right.
It's a whole nother game.
Right. Right. I think, and you know, like I always say, when you go to Macy's or wherever you shop.com, they always have like the Rolling Stones t-shirt. Just in their graphic tees department, you might see a Wu-Tang. You might see a Tupac and Biggie. But that basically is it.
Shout out to EPMD. We are officially in Nordstrom's.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So
that's my thing.
Every rock and roll band from whenever has merch everywhere on everything. And I think we should have more of a presence, considering that we are.
Yeah. But when you're tied into companies that run your merchandise, you don't think of that when you're doing it. So that's why you haven't seen so many of us being inside those companies, because it has to reflect for the label who owns that brand.
Exactly.
And from now on, we need to teach that. Don't tie your merchandise into your music brand, because it's two separate deals.
Oh, when you are signing.
When you're signing, you sign all that. You know, we seen it with Prince. You know, and he done told us over and over again, like, you know, I had to change my name. You know, my brother, when he did it, he had to be 3 different people before he could just be himself. Because his name, he was Eric Onassis, he was E-Dub.
Oh, I remember that.
He did that because Eric Sermon belonged to Def Jam. Like, that's just what it is.
Wow.
Well, we're gonna come back, because my mouth is parched. Okay. And Kim over here hyped on to the 3rd level, but I like it when you hype. And we're going to come back with Hippoppington. With Kim and Kim and crew.
Oh, my God.
We're here. We're back.
Yeah.
You're back with Kim and Kim and the crew on Hippoppington.
Yeah. And we are going to talk about somebody that doesn't
feel obligated. I've been fidgeting with this pen since I started here. I don't know what's wrong with me.
We're going to talk about somebody that doesn't feel obligated to brag every time he makes some money.
First of all, let's go back to who he is. Y'all know he gets a full introduction when it comes to the show. His name is Nasir Jones, as defined as he is. Khalees, you still a fool, and I'm going to keep reminding you of that.
Nas
Get your mind right.
Nas the Don.
Mr. Jones.
Nasir Jones. Okay, so he is one of the founding members of a venture capitalist partner company, and what that means is you basically put money behind a startup company. So if your homeboy says, yo, I'm about to make some shoes, and you give him money to do it, and then you start owning a part of whatever they make. That's basically how that works.
Yeah.
So in February, Amazon purchased a company called Ring, which creates and sells video doorbells. Forbes reported that Ring was acquired for a whopping $1.1 billion. Nas raked in $40 million from the deal as one of the first people to invest in Ring. He also shares this success with Shaquille O'Neal, who has also invested in the company. Securing the bag is not just important to a single person, but for the generation that comes after the person. Nas is definitely making moves. This is in the source. So,
I love it.
That was nice.
I love
And he
it.
probably won't make a song about it.
No, he won't make a song about it. No, he won't make a song about it.
He
He
not.
won't. He won't.
He's a
If he
humble
do,
guy.
he do. I'm gonna ring the
He's a
bell with him.
humble
Like,
guy.
ring the bell. Ding, ding, dong. That's the
He's
doorbell.
a humble guy.
Whatever he says is fine and good. So if he wants to make a song about it, then he can make a song about it. I will find him whoever he needs, sing on it, producers, whatever, because he's Nas.
Right.
And I'm at his service whenever he needs me to be.
And he said, I know I can be what I want to be if you work hard at it. So
You
he
too?
can do whatever he wants to do. So I wanted to add a segment, so to speak, or I just wanted to acknowledge Hip Hop Gods Radio, and they keep up with all the new work that everybody is doing. All the
This is good for us, though, because we're always researching and having to figure out what people are doing and stuff. So if Hip Hop Guys is doing this for us, that's great.
And I told them on Twitter, I was like, yo, I'm just going to read your shit.
That's great.
Because this is dope.
Yeah. Because
And
I've been...
I think Chuck D, I don't know if this is his thing or maybe it is, but this is great.
Okay.
So the top 20 tracks. We're going to do the top 10. No, we're going to do the top 20 because where's this bottom part at? Okay, here we go.
I didn't see the bottom.
I don't know either. All right. Well, we're going to go from 16.
The top 16 is... You're going to have to go to 16 since Eric's at 14, so we can't do the top 10.
I see Chino XL down here. For some reason, I can't see the
Lord.
whole thing. But okay.
I want to see who's above the squad. Let me just see that. How about that?
All right,
How about
so-
that?
We're going to start from 14.
Good.
Eric Sermon featuring Method Man, Craig Mack, and Mr. Cheeks come through.
What's above that? That's all I want to know.
Okay. Planet Asia featuring The
Architect.
Architect, Hood Legends.
I'm going to have to call the Hip Hop Gods Radio.
Alchemist and Evidence have a group called Step Brothers, and they are at number 12 with Lay Some Treats on Us. Shabam Sadiq, who we are going to have on the show in a week or two, and Ella Sensei is supposed to be coming through as well. Shout out to them. Graffiti the World at number 11. J-Mo Gang, that's Roz Kaz, L Grant, and J57 Go Away is at number 10.
Okay.
Defari, Church Piano is at number 9. Showbiz featuring OC, Dead Man Walking is at number 8. Castro featuring Donald D and Def P Bring Back, B-R-E-N-G back. That's number 7. Mayhem Lauren and DJ Muggs at number 6. At Frozen Angels.
I don't know.
Yeah, Frozen Angels.
That's
Number 5, Dinko DC, Boogie Brown. How We Like It. That's the number 5.
Dinko and Boogie. All right.
Number 4, Spice One featuring Daz and MC8, My West. The West Coast, I'm gonna tell you, they respect. I think that's that whole gang culture and how you respect the OGs, because the West Coast is always behind all the OGs, right?
They like us too.
Okay, this song is so dope, and I'm not just saying that because he's from Jersey and I know him, but Mr. Funky featuring Lord Cantrell, DXM,
Yeah.
Lord Cartrell. Number 3, that song is really, really dope. And it's
I'm gonna have to go listen to all these little records that y'all pushing on right now.
So number 2, Pete Rock, Rest Easy Fife. Number 1, Static Selector featuring Be Real and Everlast, Shake 'Em Up.
And we can hear these on this radio.
Yeah.
Hip Hop. Okay.
Hip Hop Gods Radio.
I got.
What's y'all top 5 something? We don't say 5.
Don't ask me. I'm so stuck in the 90s. I can't even front.
I'm saying from that, because that's a 90s list. Ain't it?
No,
That's now.
No, what is that list? What's that list?
That top 20 is from Hip Hop Gods Official. They have
Yeah, that's new music
That's
out
new
for this
music out.
era.
That's
Yes.
new music from the people,
That's and
from
it's so
the
sad
classic artists.
because I didn't know none of it. You know what I mean? And
Because
I'm just being
that's what I'm saying,
transparent because I don't front.
There's no space. There's no space. Where would you hear it at? If you don't listen, you have to dig for that.
The problem is, I think they
No, we waiting for LL Cool J XM.
No. I think that too. But the younger people in general got more energy, so they got more energy to market their stuff, and I think.
Did he say more energy?
Well,
Did you
that's
say
why
more
we are
energy?
here, because we are going to help
What you
with
trying?
that.
Wait.
I'm just saying, like, it's all-
Reword that. Bring that back. You need to edit that. Did you say energy?
I'm saying it was new. It's new.
Yeah.
It's still new to the younger younger kids, and it's like, shoot, they still trying to get on.
Right.
These OGs are already on, and it's like, shoot, they just feel like.
But so many of them are not. So many of them had signed contracts back when it was like the slave trade contracts, you know what I mean? And now that all these new contracts have come in and new music has evolved and the younger generation is receiving so much more than we've ever had, we're looking at it like we got to run this same race, you know what I mean? So if anything, we energetic.
They have a show, but they going to tell you the day of the show.
Yeah.
Instead of promoting it months, and they're not doing that.
Stop doing that. Stop it. Because people need time. People have jobs and kids and stuff.
I think they're turned off, you know what I mean? We try to lighten them and say, listen, this social platform is for you too, you know what I mean? And because it wasn't birthed from us, you know what I mean? It's like, well, what is that? You know what I mean? And we're not as technical savvy as most, you know what I mean? And it's not just themselves, it's our audience, you know what I mean? Because I know when we were doing the Kickstarter, they were like, well, I had people call me on the phone asking me to pledge the money for them because they weren't able to like navigate through the process of it.
Right.
And it's like, it's correct, you know what I mean? And you know,
because I was like dropping the link.
That is a downfall to the current generation being able to have it at the fingertips, and they were birthed in this versus we were birthed in the culture, so we know what rhymes sound like, what bars are, what sequences are,
and we know to walk to the store and get it if you want it. And that's like you can't really do that anymore. You know what I mean? You have to kind of like subscribe to it.
I'm gonna agree to disagree on certain aspects, though.
So
I got lots of energy.
I'm gonna come back with Hippoppington and say what is going on, and I'm so excited.
You are?
Yes.
I hope it's something good because I don't know what's popping. I'm so out the loop. I don't be knowing what's popping. Listen, I know what you're saying because I'm not pretending like I'm not the older generation who's sitting back like what's happening. You know what I mean? I call Kim and say where they gonna be at? You know, and she be like, you ain't looking at? I'm like, no, I don't know.
Like, you ain't looking at
I don't know
like,
what's popping. You know what I mean? And I really don't care to know what's popping because where I'm at in this mode that I'm in right now, I'm good. I like where I'm at right now.
That's great.
I'm seasoned, so I'm cool where I'm at.
Right,
you know
like
what I mean?
Been there, done that.
Yeah, word. So what y'all chasing after is like I've been there, I did that. You know what I mean? And I might go over here and chase a little bit of something that y'all have today, but I'm not really running for the baton. I've already done that.
Right, but still, like we said, we still. You might feel
I want
like
you
want to
use,
turn up one night, and you need to know that there's somewhere that you can go.
But I want them to use what we use, and I want to use what they have. You know what I mean? So there's certain things that we've done. We've done this merchandising game so much before. We've had all these, endorsements beforehand. So when you're getting them now, it's like, well, listen to what we're saying too, because we obtained some knowledge on the fact that no, this is not new. Endorsements are not new.
No,
and merchandising is not new.
No.
You know what I mean? And whatever was popular then, they were still running behind those artists then, just the way they're running behind them today.
Right.
I mean, I heard one of the artists, I think Yachty was talking about his endorsements, and it's like, we don't think we did Sprite and 7-Up and Coca-Cola, and because we did.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
weird to me when I see that.
Yeah, but I didn't. I'm like, who misinformed them? Yeah, but he said it as though he was the only person who ever had this type, and it's like that's an endorsement. You know what I mean? We're talking about partnerships because we was so soaked from endorsements. We know better now. You know what I mean? So, and you watch Luda and even Rick Ross got their endorsements pulled. You know what I mean? When they said some crazy stuff, like they didn't even have the knowledge, and they should have to know that. No, we don't do that today. Today we do partnerships. You know what I mean? And endorsements don't come with such hard stipulations to say like, if I take my clothes off, then you're pulling my my sponsorship from me. It don't work that way. So some things we do stay back from. It's not because we don't want to, it's because we just know the politics that's behind them, and it ain't all about the money. All money ain't good money.
Right, and that's the thing. Right, that's the thing that people need to get. Like, you see the money, you see the stuff, and the people that make it seem like that's the reward.
Yeah,
like that's the problem that I have with it. I don't care. Like, that's great, that's what you do, but I'm just saying that's the perception that you're given. Like, as long as you have money, everything is great, and your life is like you float around on clouds all day. Like, no, you need to help people. Well, you don't need to. You do what you do.
But as we're talking about Nas and Diddy and Jay and their accomplishments, it's like the young people, because you've had this platform, because you're on this, you're at the social media stream. There should be more of them stepping up to go, I bought into this, I own into that. You know what I mean? Because it's right here for you at the taking versus how long it took us to be able to receive those same accolades.
Right. All right, so we're gonna be back in like 1 second,
and you're gonna say what's popping.
Things.
Go ahead.
What's Hippoppington? Boop. What's up, y'all? It's Kimmy Coco, and I have What's Hippoppington. And right now, we are going to talk about what is going on soon in your area. So, April 7th and April 6th, if you're in New York, you have got to go to the Blue Note Jazz Cafe and check out Black Moon and Smith & Wesson live at the Blue Note. Nobody? No comment from the comment section? So the 6th is
be
Black Moon and the 7th is Smith & Wesson. They're going to be in New York at the Blue Note Jazz Cafe.
You know, I love
April
all of
6th
that, but
and
when they're
7th.
not here, it's like, well, it doesn't.
No, well,
I'm
some
not,
people in New York might want to
I
know
know,
that.
I'm not excited unless I can go personally see them
Well,
myself.
I'm going, so
I'm not. You will fly anywhere for a dope ass show.
I sure will.
You'll be like, Kim, I'm about to go to the show. I'm like, no. First of all, way my bank account set up. Way my bank account set up.
So I just think I don't know. So anyway, Nas is gonna be at Atlanta Funk Fest, and that's gonna be May 18th through May 20th.
I'm gonna be there in my wedding dress.
So, but I think Nas is gonna be there on Saturday
I'm
night.
in my wedding dress.
So Kim, get your wedding
I'm
dress.
gonna have my dress on, my shoes and everything. When is it? May? I'll be there
May,
at my tummy tuck party.
May 18th, May 19th, blah blah whatever.
Oh, I'm there with my wedding dress on.
Okay, April 28th in Laurel, Maryland, the Jailbreak Brewing Company is having Biz Markie, and he'll be spinning the classics as per usual. Also, I need to let everyone know that I'm running a campaign. I'm starting a hashtag. It's called WeDF Super Bowl LIII, because I'm starting a hashtag to get the Dungeon family to perform at the Super Bowl, because it's going to be here in Atlanta. You don't think that would be a good idea? Nobody's clapping, nobody's saying good, nobody's saying...
They better have some Atlanta artists at the Super Bowl if it's here. Like, it should be flooded.
It could be any amount
not.
of artists, but it's
For the
not.
record, it's not. It's not, because we see how Super Bowl runs, and it's not.
No, the Super Bowl has had a lot of black people perform the last few years.
No, we're gonna bring that back.
Pop people.
Huh?
Pop people.
Pop. Oh, so
They ain't had no rappers.
Hip-hop artists.
What rappers have they ever had on there?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Kendrick, right? No. J. Cole? No.
Yeah, that's what I said. Not.
Beyonce.
She ain't no rapper.
She is a rapper. She does everything.
Told you.
Next,
It's not happening now.
420 in Jersey. Is Jersey's legal weed now, right? I think so. Or if not, it's coming there. They got a new governor, and he's like one of the weed governors. So I think they're straight. But anyway, 420, Fabulous, Jadakiss, and Funk Flex, CL Smooth, AZ, and Coltrane are going to be in West Orange at the Performing Arts Center. That's 420 in Jersey, West Orange. That's dope.
NJ Pack?
No, it's at the Oscar Schnidler Performing Arts Center in West Orange. It's in the suburbs.
Okay.
It's in the mountains.
That's where it's at.
So yeah, that's just a few of the things that are going on. Follow Hippoppington on all social media, and I will keep you all posted because that's where it's at. Oh, here's one more thing. The Decades Collide Tour, that's the one with Biz Markie. So Biz Markie goes through all the popular songs from the era. It's dope. You have a good time. Bring your friends. Bring your old crew you used to hang out with. And March 30th, that's going to be in Cleveland. So I guess he's going on tour with that. He does it every year. And if we want him to continue to do it every year, we have to go. That's how we support them. Yeah, Biz.
Biz is a really dope DJ, but you know, I'm just going to leave it there, Biz Markie. I love you, but you know what happened.
Big Boy is going on a Daddy Fat Stacks tour. And so go to our page. He's going to New Orleans. He's going to Florida. He's going to Jacksonville. He's going to be everywhere. So we'll come up with some more dates with that on a future episode. So stay tuned. Follow Hippoppington on all social media. Follow LiveHipHopDaily. Follow Kim. And you can follow the other Kim. But she already done told y'all she don't be on social media like that. Nope. So don't look for her to respond, because sometimes she don't even respond to me, you know what I'm saying? So she's being honest, and look, don't ask me to tell her nothing for you or nothing like that, because we're not gonna start
Transparency.
that. She'll get to it when she gets to it.
Yeah, I will.
Me too.
No
We're all
disrespect.
about keeping it real. Okay, bye guys. Thank you for watching. Mwah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hip Hop, an open letter, dear Hip Hop. So, Jabbar from South Florida writes in strictly and says, "I am 49 years old and I want to be an MC. How do I get on?" And that's all he wrote.
Why did they keep asking you that? Somebody else asked you that.
Somebody went on my social media IG and was like, "No, they send me records all the time." You know what I mean? And he was like, "Did you like my record?" And I was like,
I hate that.
I just said, listen, you it's not like you was in the pocket, you know what I mean? Like, if you know your record, then you should be able to put that on any, you know, instrumental. And for that being your record, it had a good message, but it was just kind of, you know, not in the pocket. he go on my social media like, I can't believe being like that record. Like, either I'm gonna win and respond, or I'm gonna get disrespected and not get responded to at all. But we're gonna go back to Jabbar at 49 years old. So he's 49, first of all. That's what he told me. I'm 49, and I wanna, you know, how do I get on? And I'm not saying anything about his age. I believe that anybody in any era can just go out there and do what they do. If you dope, Jabbar. I haven't heard anything. You asked me a question, how do I get on? I'm just saying, do you got a social media? Like, this is where we at today. Right. So my advice to him was like, let me hear some music, you know what I mean? And like, where are you going with it? Like, what's your message? You know, like, you know, where you started from? How, you know, you're 49, are you starting to rhyme today? You know what I mean? Like, he didn't give me enough backstory, but you know, for me, it was like, I couldn't really give a whole bunch of, you know, advice to go, you know, dear hip hop, you know, I'm 49. And it was like, okay, and now what? How do I get on with what? So I don't know what to say to Jabbar. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Jabbar want to be a rapper. He's 49. He just want to know how you get on.
Nah, son.
It's over.
No.
But why is it
tell him to get behind.
I mean, if you're willing to, if you're Jabbar, if you're willing to just have it for your people, like the people, a certain message, like you said, what's your message, what's your thing, and you're just willing to, you know, appease those people. Like, what do you mean by get on? Do you want to get fresh?
It's so vague, you know, and I didn't want to. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Just listen.
Ask him what he wants from it. What he's trying to get out of it.
What you need to do is ghostwrite.
Ghostwrite?
You can't be a star. You're too old to be a star.
See, I don't like that. You cannot tell him he's too old to be a star.
There's no such thing as too old.
You cannot tell him he's too old.
He can be a star. He just not.
See, you put a stigma of age on it. That's not why I responded. I feel like he didn't give me enough information on the story.
It is not. No, it's not. It is not.
He gave me 4 lines. His 4 lines.
Because if he's
I'm
dope,
49.
he's
I want to
dope,
get on.
period.
Right.
And I am gonna say, like, if you heard him on the radio and he was super dope and didn't know his age, what would be the difference?
Right.
It wouldn't. It's 2018. He just has to get on social media, start attacking his market, and figure it out.
Right.
He can do it.
Yeah. But he didn't give me enough backstory.
But you have to be super dope.
You heard it
from the gates.
He don't have enough energy.
All right, but
okay, he's gonna keep up with his social media or whatever.
I don't know. Jabbar,
Like,
you are causing a conflict up in here. I just read a letter and all I do is ask people to respond back.
Jabbar,
It's real advice.
I don't know.
I don't claim to know.
I agree. Ghostwrite. Because you're gonna have to go on tour, you have to promote, you have to market, you have to be on social media, you have to pay for that, you have the money.
I don't want you guys to badger Jabbar. Jabbar, you should have gave me more of the story. I told you I would go out
Holla back, Jabbar.
Everybody who's listening to hip hop. It's an open letter. It's just a letter between people who just saved hip hop. If hip hop was a real person, you know, and you're writing to that person, this is the advice you give. You know, so I don't pretend to be hip hop alone. So this is the letter is open to you. We go back to the audience, ask the audience to write us in and give us some advice. And of course, we have the crew in here just going off on Jabbar. Jabbar, take it easy. You know, that's just
you can win, Barry.
I just want to know: does he want to be famous or does he want to be a rapper? Because there's a difference.
Again, he gave me 3 lines.
Well,
I'm
he need to come back
Jabbar.
with another
I'm 49. I want to be a rapper. How do I get on?
And you said he was trash, right?
I felt like it was aggressive. And that's another dude. Jabbar didn't hear anything. I'm just saying, people who come like Jabbar, they would ask me stuff like, how do I get on? And send me music. And when I give back the advice, which I believe, you know what I mean?
Get on? Like, what are they trying to do? Like,
They want to get on. People are hungry. They want to get on.
Right. They want the bag and they want the
Do
fame.
you want money or fame? Or do you
hip
want
hop.
both?
Right. That was an open letter.
That's what
I have to decide.
You just want to be in.
This is getting controversial in
You
here.
just want to get on and ride the ride.
All my time.
Bye,
Jabbar.
You just want to ride the ride. Go on out there and start doing your shows.
Please, again, write into hiphoppington.com.
Ride the ride.
And please, in the subject matter, write Dear Hip Hop and open letter, and we will respond to you and get all the information we can to help you reach your goals.
She will respond to you. Don't ever think I'm going to respond to you.
I will respond to you because I care about your hopes and your dreams, hip hop. You know, when I wrote Hip Hop Was Alive, I would write to hip hop too. So I want some hip hop advice, you know what I mean? So why not be the platform? Because I never know what I'm going to learn from you guys. You know, you might say, hey, Dear Hip Hop and address it to me, but don't do that because I won't ever respond. You're disrespect. And again, we're going to close with Dear Hip Hop and open letter. Don't forget to write to us. We love you. Bye.
Bye.